Going live. We're live. Playing City of Mist, third session. V's for going viral. Down a player. What's going to happen? Who knows? Who wants to give a recap of what happened last week?
Let's say hello to all our bots that are joining us.
Hello. There was a bot in here earlier. Positivity bot was in here again, but he's gone now. So there's no bots.
I can do it.
Or botless.
Dang
But
it.
yeah, Positivity bot hadn't been around for a while, and I was like, "Oh, you're back," and he's
It's
gone.
because our games are so positive. We don't
Yes.
need help.
Stay positive, guys.
So last week,
Yeah, go ahead, please.
we visited some kind of junkyard area for this meeting that a bunch of gang members were showing up to. The
Underage.
Infection Club.
The Infection Club.
We kind of poked around at first. I think Doctor Strange decided to snoop in and teleport everywhere. It was madness. Then our friend, old man Mr. Wig over there, decided to infiltrate the building with a gun.
I also remembered that I had my pistol.
I think before that there was also Lindsay and your name isn't showing up, Anna.
Eleanor.
Eleanor. You guys decided to infiltrate using disguises. And you were about to get initiated, and just as Lindsay was about to bite the bullet, as it were, Wig and a mysterious stranger with a shotgun showed up and started shooting up the place.
Let's bring her picture up. Where is she? Lynn
She's
Gray.
She is.
I'll show it to you guys.
I always think of her as Deadpool's sidekick now.
She kind of looks like her, does she not?
Yeah.
All the while, I was on my phone, looking at Imgur.
That's right, in the car with Brock.
And then I saw all this mayhem. I think Eleanor was running with the members down the road as they're running away from all the gunfire. And I chase after them in the car with, what's his face?
Brock McGuire.
Brock.
As soon as I catch up with them, they're long gone. Eleanor broke off from the main group and managed to escape without any injuries. And I think that's where we're at, right?
Yeah, that's really where we left off, was in the alleyway, and yeah, you met up with Eleanor. Because she was being led off by the recruiter, who was converting the people. Their eyes were glowing. She touched their hand to their forehead. Their eyes would glow, and then they seemed to go mindless and follow and obey whatever orders they were given. And Lindsay was about to succumb to that, and that's when Wig and Lynn Gray came in there, and they just started firing their guns in the air, and all hell broke loose. Sums it up very nicely. All right, so let's say you guys reconvene at the car, at Brock's car. You guys text each other, "Hey, where are we at? We're at 96th and 12th." Okay, you guys meet up around the corner, and so the people that were inside the junkyard got a lead from Lynn to snoop out, to check out Global Genetics, that you'd find some answers there.
Oh no, the bat phone's ringing.
All right. Brock is not joining us tonight. That was the message we got. Okay, so.
Okay, let's go to my pharmaceutical company that I'm sure I own stock in.
Global Genetics. That's your pharmaceutical company?
Sure, why not?
All right, so let's just scroll down a piece of paper. Global Genetics. So, you gonna try and find this place?
Uh-huh.
It sounds like they'll turn you into a rabbit or something before they cure whatever's going on with you.
Cure what
Isn't
ails
it?
ya.
One of you young whippersnappers that's got the Google face, you need to look this up. Find out where this company is.
He's talking to you guys.
And then Brock.
Yeah, Lindsay.
Say what, huh?
All right, so you're gonna go on your phone and type in Global Genetics Chicago.
All my investigating.
Yes, on Google.
On
Very
the
technical.
Googles. No, you just search it, and you do some Google searching, and you see that it's located downtown, and it looks to be in a multi-unit building. And you give Brock the coordinates, the address, and he's I can get you there. We'll be there in about 15 minutes. And he puts the pedal to the metal, and he burns out and takes off, driving at usual breakneck Brock McGuire speeds, with little to no concern for the others on the road. But yeah, you guys make it there, and it's in a fairly populated part of downtown. It's about 11:30 at night now, and there's people milling about on the streets. There's cars and cabs, and it's a brisk, cool autumn evening. It's same date as it is today, so it's early October. The air is starting to get cool, and winter is slowly approaching. The leaves are turning colors and falling off the trees, so they're blowing around the streets as you pull up to this place, and you get to the address, and you see this building. This is where the address takes you. It's an unmarked business center, and it says that Global Genetics is on the second floor of this place.
Hey, would you look at that? It shares a building with my chiropractor. Never...
Right? It's a 3-story building, 3-story brick building. You know, from the streets, you see there's no lights on the second and third story that are currently on. The only lights are on the main floor there. And there doesn't seem to be anybody milling about on the inside.
By now, this place is definitely closed.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you want to try the door?
Sure.
Okay, yeah, you get out of the car and... Yeah,
Can I
the door-
read the sign first?
Yeah, which sign?
Typically,
like on
they
the door
have the words and open, closing at. These
Yeah, it
signs.
says open at 8 a.m., closes at 6 p.m.
And we're like 3 hours late to that.
Yeah, you're a little late here.
Good that no one will see us rifling through their papers.
It's like a regular Watergate.
Can I investigate the door to see where the lock mechanism is? And to see if one could easily open it from the inside or outside?
Yeah, sure. It's just like a regular key lock on the door.
Is there a security system?
Oh.
Yeah, I guess that's what I would be looking for.
Is there a
Got-
security guard?
Gotcha. Okay, so you want to take a closer look. Yeah, let's do you want to try and get some clues about this place? Want to generate some clues?
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and let's make some clues time. So investigate. Do you have any skills that can help you in your...
Other than being calm, I do have a weakness tag that would really hinder me right now, so I'm going to go ahead and click it.
Goody
I'm a
two-shoes?
goody two-shoes,
Oh, yeah.
and I'm
I like it.
investigating this door.
What about
All right. so
research methods? Is that just academic?
I would assume that's academic.
Okay.
I'm not somebody that should be like investigating this door, but I put myself in this position, so here we go.
Oh, look at that. You're a man of action.
Yeah, it was a mild success. So you do poke around, but you don't generate any clue tokens. Nothing bad goes wrong either. You don't set off any alarms or anything.
So it's like your average Joe looking to see if the door is locked or
So
not.
you get are fuzzy or incomplete, part true, part false. Whoever or whatever you're asking questions can ask you a question. So you poke around, you see there's a lock on the front door. It looks like it's a key lock that would get you in there. And you're not quite sure if there's a security system in place, be an alarm or a camera or anything.
Visually, is there any camera that's like your typical mall camera?
Yeah, not from what you can see, like those little dome ones or a little. Yeah, you can't see a camera.
Okay, so I can't see that. And I relay this information back at the car. I'm assuming all of you guys just kind of sat in there. Well, it's a locked door. Nailed it.
Thanks, Einstein. Yeah. So John relays to you guys like, hey, the door's locked. I don't know if there's any security. I can't see anything. You guys know it's up on the second floor.
So this is when I ask Wig.
Yes.
Do you know of any way of infiltrating a locked area? Seem to manage to get yourself into trouble.
You sure you don't have the key with you?
A key to a building I don't own?
You don't own this building? Why are we here?
John Steele is completely lost and bamboozled.
I mean, I can go up and try. I can try to unlock it if you want. I mean,
you can look and see if there's a back door.
I suppose. Anybody want to go around back?
Yeah, you want to go around back, Lindsay?
I'll go. That'll be fine.
Okay. Yeah. You guys go around back. You go down the alley between the two buildings, and it's pretty dingy. It's pretty rough. There's a dumpster back there, and garbage bags piled everywhere. You're walking down, and cold wind's hitting you, and you can hear sounds that kind of throw you off. You think you hear footsteps. You think you hear someone cough, but you're not quite sure if there's someone around. And you're around the back of the building, and there's a large metal double doors. It looks like might be for deliveries of some sort. At the back, there's no handle on the outside. It's flat and looks like it can only be opened on the inside, but there is a keyhole. So if you had a key, you could twist it and maybe open one of the doors.
Is it dark back here?
It is very dark. Hey, you live for the dark.
That's right. I'm feeling bold since it's dark. I'm going to just jiggle the handle, and as I jiggle the handle, I'm going to go incorporeal. And
what handle?
There's no handle.
Is there no?
No, it's completely flat. So the handles are on the inside, but there's a keyhole.
Well, I'm going to kind of look through the keyhole then, and then I'll go incorporeal and suddenly appear on the other side, going through the keyhole.
Okay.
I'll whisper to Lindsay. He weirds me out every time he does that.
Yep.
So, you need me to roll?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll for me.
Which one do you want me to do?
I'm just trying to...
Sneak around is applicable?
Yeah, sneak around, I suppose.
Or take a risk. I'm not sure if it's risky to do what his power is.
It's not very risky what he's trying to do right now. Risky is like jumping from building to building or jumping from a moving car to another moving car. Like just kind of stupid is take a risk. He's using his powers to get through. Yeah, let's do sneak around. Let's do that.
Okay.
Do you have any weakness tags that I can invoke?
I create a sense of dread.
He's old.
Doesn't look like it.
Bright lights and clean industry kind of drives me nuts. So once I get in, I'll probably have the weakness of the clean industry stuff.
I do
assume
not hear the voices in the clean and built up areas.
So
well, it's not clean, but it's a built up area. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Go ahead and make your roll.
So since it's dark, I clicked on I go shadow. And then also I can pass through physical things. So those are my 2 power tags I clicked.
Sure.
That makes sense. And then which one am I doing? I'm sorry.
Sneak around. Sneak around. Oh, wow.
Always. That's how I roll.
Look at that. You got double 6s. Okay, so you bend over and you look through the keyhole, and next thing you know, you just kind of go into this like black gray mist and you go through the keyhole itself, or you just want to go through the door?
Well, no, I go through the keyhole because I kind of am looking through, and so as I'm looking through, I'm like seeing on the other side, and my mind just kind of imagines me being over there. So I just kind of do it, and then I don't realize that I'm on the other side, and I realize the other guys are locked out. So I just kind of start to wander in a bit, looking around.
Yeah. So you go in, you go through the door, you go past the door, and unbeknownst to you, because you're just focused on your goal, you, in mist form, go right past a camera that doesn't pick you up. Mm-hmm. And then you come to, like, do you turn back into your physical form on the other side and start wandering around?
I will kind of ask a question. And I'll be like, hey guys, why don't we where do you think we ought to go here? And then nobody answers me, and then I suddenly realize that nobody's behind me.
So you're successfully through an inn, and you haven't been detected, and you're by yourself now.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do? Or what do the others want to do? He's on this side. You couldn't hear him through the door. Other guys.
We're on the outside, dumbfounded.
He forgot about us again.
Want to get a coffee?
I guess we should go get some coffee for him.
I'm not even sure if he likes coffee. I know he likes Reese's peanut butter cups, though.
Oh, really?
And decaf.
I only like cheap coffee.
It has to be really cheap and bad.
Mm-hmm.
So on the inside there, Wig, you are in front of a staircase. There's a door dead ahead. That's well, if we have real people here, let's ask them what should we name this business? If we have real people in our chat, what should we name the business on the door?
Picture says business.
I like that idea. Yona Jake is not a real person; he's a player. What should we name?
Third chance as a player too.
I know. We got Commander Root here and Banana and anything? All right, I'll give you guys a chance to be part of it. We will call it. We're going to call it Marcel's Chiropractor. Because
there we go.
Someone said this is their chiropractor's office.
That would definitely be where I want to go.
Is the door dead end labeled? And then there's stairs leading up.
Adam's mic is muted. I see his light, but I don't hear him.
Adam was muted.
I'm here.
You've been quiet for.
I haven't heard you forever.
He's got tooth pains that he's dealing with.
Oh, okay.
He's in dire need of a root canal.
Yep.
Well, that'll bring you down.
Rough.
All right, so Wig, you're inside. You're faced with this chiropractor, Marcel's chiropractor. Chiropractic? Is that how you say it? Sure.
Yeah.
And that's ahead, and you've got stairs going up on your left-hand side, like in that picture there. See how there's a door straight ahead, and then I don't know if you have the picture anymore. Door straight ahead, and then stairs to the side. It's basically the opposite, but you're in the back end of the building now.
Right. So I'm gonna kind of walk to the front, so I can see through the. I guess I'm gonna float through the front, and like. Can I see through the windows? Are those guys like standing out front? Have they?
So you're going to float right through the chiropractor office from the back to the front and then go to the front of the building?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say that you float through. You make your way through the office, the waiting room. reception desk and all that, and you get to the front, and you're now at the front of the building, and you look through the window, and there's nobody there.
I'm gonna kind of look around. Is there any cameras or anything here?
Yeah, it looks like there is a camera on the inside here as well, just above the right-hand window. It looks like it's up in the corner, and it was hard to see from the street level, so there's definitely a camera in here as well, but it's not pointed towards you, it's pointed towards the door, and you're behind it right now.
All right. Well, I'm going to float back through the chiropractic, taking notes as to whether or not this will be my new chiropractic doctor. And then I'm going to pass through the door on the other side.
Okay.
Or the door that I originally went through.
Back into the alley.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you guys are standing there, and Wig's been gone for, a few minutes, and all of a sudden this mist comes back through the door, and he pop, and he's back to his regular self, standing there in front of you guys.
Can I talk in my mist form? I
don't know, can you?
I would think that I could, but I'd say that I could, but my voice is super creepy.
Okay.
Like it's really crackly and like ancient sounding, since that's kind of...
It sounds like your mythos and not your logos.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to pass through and not like change, because it's so dark out there. I'm going to still just kind of not know that I've kind of passed into my mythos. And I'm just going to kind of say in my really scary, creepy voice, just something very normal. Like, where'd you guys go?
So me and Lindsay are playing Magic the Gathering on the ground here. JK.
Why
Okay,
didn't you guys come with
Magic?
me?
Well, that probably startles us, right?
Yeah. This mist
Ancient
is hovering
mystic
around you, and
Voice.
yeah.
So we just hear his voice.
Probably.
Well, and you'd see
Yeah.
this mist form floating beside you, in front of you, over your game, over your cards.
Wick, you have to open the door for us. We can't go through it.
How did I get through it?
We all go, I don't know, you're old and wise. You're better at it than us.
Okay. Well,
We're millennials. We don't see door handles. We typically don't go through the door.
that's true. You guys are idiots. I'll go through and open up the door on the other side.
Take
So-
that desert land card.
So then I'll just kind of float through the door and become corporeal again and open up the door.
Okay. Yeah. You go right back through. You come through on the other side of the door, and you push the handle open, and on the outside for you guys, the door just swings open, and Wig's standing there.
Oh, that's better.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah, grab your mana and flying creatures and artifacts, and let's go.
Let's go.
Okay. So, where are you guys gonna go? You gonna tell them about the chiropractor you found?
Yeah, there's a pretty nice looking chiropractic practice.
Yeah,
here.
I go to them on
Um,
every month.
Yeah. Well, you might consider this one. It's pretty clean. Looks pretty
Yes.
pretty good.
Except we don't need a chiropractor. We need a cybernetics place as genetics place.
Genetics place. I didn't see any genetics.
Is there any stairs? Is there
Yeah,
any stairs?
the stairs going right up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's
Yeah.
go up the stairs.
They're right there.
All right, Global Genetics Computer. So you guys go up the stairs, and it's a similar scene to what you have on the main floor there. Again, there's stairs going up to the next level, and a door, and it's labeled Global Genetics Computers.
Do have a question for you, Wig.
Yes.
Could you possibly do the thing that you did back at the junkyard where you made everything really dark?
I guess, yeah.
So there's like fluorescent lights in here. Can you affect fluorescent lights?
Well, I can make places dark.
Can suck the light right off of those bulbs.
Basically, you can make everything dark. It's already gotta be dark, but I think I can make something darker.
Follow-up question to everybody. I know weird stuff has affected all of us. Can anybody now see in the dark?
No.
No. I do have this sense, though, that, like, if there's been death, do I get a sense that there's been death in this place?
Yeah, go ahead and
Yeah, my
roll.
wallet every month.
Go ahead and roll it. Do an investigate roll. That's going to be the most applicable here.
Okay. Well, let's see. I'm trying to look. I hear snippets of conversations from the dead, so that would probably be it, right? So, investigates. Nope, I missed it.
No, you don't.
First time ever.
You don't hear anything. I can invoke a move though. Well,
He hears the 1,000 angry lab rats.
Yes. What's all those screeching noise?
Okay. No. All right. I've decided what I'm going to do. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So I think a good tag for now, Matt, would be black or darkness.
Oh, so you did go ahead and suck all the light? I'm sorry, I missed that. That you did do that.
Oh, I didn't, but I was just kind of sensing.
Oh, I thought you did.
No, I was just sensing if there was any dead people here.
And he couldn't sense any.
I didn't sense any. But yeah, I can suck the light out of here again and pass through the door. And
So you're taking the light out of the hallway?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Darkness. Scene tag. So the hallway, the stairwell is completely dark right now. And you're going to go through the other side, Wig?
Yeah. I'll kind of, there's a handle on this door, I assume?
Yeah, there is a handle on this one.
So I'll jiggle it, and as I jiggle it, I, go incorporeal without knowing it and pass through. And my movements are like I'm actually opening the door, but I don't realize that I'm not.
Okay, so you go through, and on the inside you see there's like a reception area, a desk that's unmanned. There's a few lights on in the area, but not too much going on here. It seems to be empty.
Is there another door?
Yeah, it opens up into a large area filled with computers. There's like cubicles all over, and then there's like corner offices.
All right, I'll just kind of float around a bit.
Yeah, so you float around the area. So cubicles all around the middle of the main area, and there's 4 corner offices here. They got glass windows and a glass door on each office, and that all is what really seems to be here. There's like an office supply room, but not much more else.
Okay, I'll just go back and open up the door for the guys.
Oh, we lost Commander Root. Commander Root, if you're a real person, we miss you. Yeah, you open the door for them. As you do so, you start hearing a faint alarm going off. It's not overwhelmingly loud, but you can hear like you've tripped something.
Mm-hmm. I probably can't. They can.
The others can.
If it's faint.
So there's now an alarm going off.
Oh no, we shouldn't have done this. Why are we here? Why am I here?
Oh yeah, Goody Two Shoes. So the door opens and Wig's there, and you hear this like faint alarm coming from the main floor of the building.
Nope. John is out of there.
John does bolts through the dark and out the back door and into the alley.
back into the car.
Back into the car, which Brock's sitting on the front street. Okay. The rest of you are in there. The alarm is going off.
Well, we better get out of here, Wig.
Are we serious?
Yeah.
This is out of character.
Yeah. I'm asking the same thing. Are you serious?
Like, I want this adventure to end.
I only did it because character flaw.
I don't want to go to jail. I'm a bookstore. All right.
Bookstore will be back.
When I look inside, is there any like laptops or like notebooks sitting around or piles of paper in front of a printer?
Yeah, there's an upright printer, a large printer. It seems to be clean of paper. All the computers are on at all the stations, but they're all locked.
Is it like they're running and calculating something, like a program's running or something?
Go ahead and roll an investigate for me.
Are like their hard drives active?
Yeah, roll an investigate for me.
I get my character sheet if I have.
I want this to end. It's a one sheet. You guys are just making it go on forever.
I like how that constituted a new tag.
Alarm. Roll better than Wiggy did.
Yeah, I don't think I have any tags I can add.
You guys can all try investigating. You poke around. Oh, you don't need to. Lindsay, so you're poking around. You're around the printer. And you start poking around some of the cubicles. And on one of them, you see a document. And it says, Mary Shelley High.
Question, Matt.
I grab
Why didn't Stiggs generate all that other information?
Yeah, I don't know why his didn't.
I think it's because I didn't have any power selected along with it.
Well, it should have the little write-up of what it does. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So that's bizarre. But yeah, no, you see a document next to one of the computers, and it says Mary Shelley High, Helix Labs.
Yeah, I grab it
requisition.
and like shove it in my coat pocket.
Sure.
And then I'm like, okay, we got something. Let's get out of here.
All right. So yeah, you make your way. Are you going back?
Can we
out
just
the back? Or
Can
are
we
you going...
peruse? Can we peruse a document real quick just to make sure there might not be something else that we might want to look for here?
Yeah. Well, go ahead and. So you start looking through the document, and it looks like it was ordered by. There was blood tests that were ordered on the students of Mary Shelley High, and in there you see the address of a facility for Helix Labs, and there's not a lot of information on what it was specifically that they were looking for, other than there was just blood tests, and you see names and dates, date of births of students, from what you can assume, that were subjects in this. So you do see a E. Craig is listed there, which is the name of the girl that you originally hired to look for, Emily Craig. And you also, though, as you're scanning through this document, near the bottom, you see V. Chang, and there's like an asterisk next to that name.
Does the asterisk have something that tells us what the asterisk is?
No.
No footnotes.
There's actually 2 V. Changs. So one of them is like it's even highlighted, and it's got a asterisk next to it. So you're out on the street, John, in the car with Brock. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. While you're down there, a security company's car pulls up in front of the building, and two security guards get out, and they take out some flashlights, and they go to the front door, and they start poking around. One of them, you see them talking. One of them goes inside the building, and the other one looks like he's going down the back alley.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do.
I'm going to text my friends, Get the fuck out, security guards inbound.
The rent-a-cops are here.
We're kind of trapped, but this is what I can do. So I'm gonna manipulate shadows.
Okay.
I'm gonna go incorporeal, go out into the hall. The hall has had all the power sucked out, so they won't be
the
able
stairwell
to.
has no. Yeah, it's all black.
It's super dark. So I am going to
Really wish we would stop making it dark.
Oh, Commander Root's back. Welcome back, Commander Root.
So yeah. So I'll stay incorporeal, but then I'm going to so the weakness tag is that cause a sense of dread while I'm incorporeal. So I'm going to talk to him like I'm an old man, but since I got that super creepy voice, they'll be creeped out by that.
So okay, so what
So they'll think that I'm a ghost, and I'm just trying to scare them away.
Oh, got you. Okay. So are you telling Eleanor and Lindsay to stay up there, or what do you?
No, I just go and do it. I don't tell anybody what I'm doing.
So you guys,
He's
okay?
an old
So
man. He
let's
doesn't have time for that.
so let's play this out because you're not aware of them down there until John shoots you guys a text. So all of a sudden, all your phones bleep bleep bleep. Oh, except for yours, Wig, light up because you don't have a phone.
Mine. That's correct.
So the two of you, Eleanor and Lindsay, not John, get the text from John saying like, "Hey, security guards out front. Hey, Oak's here. Hey, Oak. Security guards are out front. One's coming around back, one up front. Get out of there."
Yeah. So this, I can also do this too. I can unsettle people with, let's see if I can get it, with knowledge of their life and perspective of their loved one.
Wow, that's a heavy power, man.
Dead loved ones. Intimidate with knowledge of their
So you're going to pretend to be a ghost of one of a dead loved one. Is that correct?
Yeah, let's do that. That sounds like I'm super screwing over the DM.
Okay, so are you going to the one in the front, the back? Which one are you going to? The one in the back is going down the dark stairs. Remember, it's basically a mirror of the building on the front and the back. So there's a stairwell up the front and a stairwell up the back. There's a front entrance and a back entrance to these places. So you're going down the back where it's dark?
Yes.
Okay. So
I assume I encounter the guy.
Yeah, you go down the stairs. So you go towards the darkness and you see this guy. He's making his way upstairs. He's got a flashlight he's holding up over his shoulder on one hand, and he's got like those like retractable like clubs that cops carry. Those metal retractable clubs. He's got that in his other hand, and he's making his way up the stairs, trying to be as quiet as possible.
He's ready to go clubbing on your face.
Yeah,
there,
man.
Yeah. Well, so in the dark, I become stronger. So.
And Eleanor's in here with me?
I would assume so. I haven't heard otherwise. Eleanor's here with you.
Yeah. So.
I think Adam's still with us.
All right. So, do I just kind of need to roll to get a sense of his?
Yeah, let's do. Hit him with all you've got.
Okay. And do you want me to click everything that I think?
Click everything that's applicable here. Do we have a weakness, though, that I can invoke in this situation? He does have a flashlight.
Which would probably go out.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I have a power tag that says I can hide in the smallest of shadows because of my frail body.
Bright light.
Would the flashlight go out, or would it just stay on?
Bright light and clean industrial. Possible for me to work within. Okay, well. Okay, yep.
Okay, so
Yeah, go ahead and roll your 2d6. Generate 6 power, holy crap. Great success. So
wow, that bonus though.
Wait, what?
I know. It's because of all the powers that he
Yeah.
that
I'm
he
basically
used.
doing everything that I can possibly do with my powers.
So
Everything is fitting into it.
describe what you do to this guy. So he's weak, he's way upstairs. He's got his flashlight in one hand, he's got the club out in the other, and he's going up the stairs and he's trying to be quiet. You can tell he's a little bit scared of the situation too. He doesn't know what's going on. He sees the door, he comes up the stairs, he's flashing his flashlight, he sees the door open on Global Genetics.
Mm-hmm.
So you come through, and what do? You're in your mist form. And what do you say and do to him?
I say, I think it's my normal voice, but it's like the super creepy Borrow White voice that comes out. And I just say, "What are you doing here?" And I'm sure that kind of stops him in his tracks. And then I would say that I probably start to sense some of his dead loved ones. And so let's say that his dad was a cop and was killed in the line of duty.
Oh man.
Would that be okay?
Yeah, so you get to use 2 tags on a 10, or 2 of those things listed there on on what you rolled. So you're going to generate a tag, right? You get him good is what you're doing, right? With the one, you're trying to frighten him.
Yeah.
And gain the upper hand, maybe?
And gain the upper hand.
Since you're not trying to kill them, you're just trying to control them?
Or do you want him to flee? Like you want to scare him and make him flee?
I'm just trying to get him so scared that he flees.
Yeah. So he starts to shake, and he's like, he starts swinging his flashlight. Who's there? And he drops his light. It's spinning on the stairs, and he runs out the back. And you can hear the door slam as he runs into it, swing open and slam shut in his footsteps as he's running down the alleyway. And so I'm out of here. They don't pay me enough for this. I'm out of here. And he's taking off.
Do I see this, Matt?
Yeah, so you're out front, and then all of a sudden you see this guy run out from the alley, and he doesn't even go to the car. He just keeps running down the block.
So then the other security guard probably hears the door slam and probably goes over to investigate it.
He does hear the door slam, and you can hear him. He's on his radio. He's like, Bruce, what's going on? What do you see back there, Bruce? And there's nothing coming back on the radio.
Can I walk up to said security guard that's on the radio?
He's inside. He was going up the front stairs, so he's stopped on the stairs now.
I guess
You go
it
knock on the
wouldn't
window.
be too far-fetched for somebody to be like, I saw your partner. He's running down the street for some reason. Be careful. And I kind of give him that warning. Like, hey, your partner ran away. Why aren't you?
Okay, so you're gonna walk up to him and be like, "Hey, your partner. He just took off."
Well, I'm downstairs. He kind of walked.
Do you want to convince
inside.
him?
I'm on the outside.
Yeah, you're yelling through the window essentially, right?
Yeah.
You'll bang on the glass, be like, "Hey, you're." Yeah. Do you want to go ahead and roll a convince?
Sure. I suppose I'm calm at this moment, and I'm being a goody two-shoes, so
You are a goody two-shoes.
I don't really need to click that tag, because, I'm not trying to deceive anybody.
Hey, some new people watching. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Maybe you'll get a chance to name some stuff, because we had nothing but bots before watching us, and they didn't want to jump in and
A mild
some fun.
success.
Mild success. So you're like, hey, your partner. I just saw him run. He looks spooked or something. So what status do you want to give him? So you can now put a status on him.
I guess shaken or scared would be or something like that. Like, I don't want him to be like overly aggressive. I want him to be more submissive to whatever Wig has cooked up.
Yeah, so
that's what I want him to do.
Gotcha. So he sees you and he hears you. He's like, oh, okay, and he comes to the door and he's like, what did you see? What did you see? Did anybody come out of the alleyway other than my partner? Where did Brucey go?
He went that way, and I point in the direction where he ran, and I told him his last words: "I'm not paid enough for this shit."
Did you see anybody or anything else?
I did not know.
Okay, just wait here, okay, and keep an eye out. And he goes to the car, and he gets on the radio in the car.
I get on my phone and text him, "Get the fuck out!
Get out now!" It's a mild success.
Getting out.
Yeah. So you guys make your way down.
I also tell him use back door.
Yeah.
Are you taking that document with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope so.
I hope so. I hope so.
It's in my pocket.
Eleanor, put it in your purse. Lindsay, put it in your man purse.
It's already done.
Okay.
So
you guys make your way out the back door. What's that?
So I'm going to wait here until my friends tell me that they're clear, and the security guard seems like he's too busy and won't notice me gone.
Well, he seems
because
like
he asked me to stay here, so
yeah, he
Goody Two Shoes me is going to stay here.
So yeah, you're standing there watching, and your friends come out through the alley, and they see John standing there in front of the door, and you see the other security guard inside his car on the radio. I'm assuming you guys are like, "Hey, let's get out of here."
Wig is just Wig doesn't really care. He's actually pretty tired, and he needs to get home to see Murder, She Wrote. So we need to be taken off so I can make that.
I give you a Reese's peanut butter cup.
I feel better then.
Because I think last session I actually bought a lot of candy for my students.
Yeah, you did. You did buy Halloween candy when you guys were going shopping. Oops. That is a thing. I don't know why that happened. All right, so yeah, do you guys get in the car? Do you get in the car, John?
Yeah.
I mean, if it looks like he's distracted enough, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's distracted. He's looking up and he sees you get in the car and he kind of like holds up a hand to like, "Hey, wait." And Brock's just like, gives him the finger and peels out.
I wave at the security guard because that's what I think he did. I thought he waved.
Brock waved with his finger. Okay, So you guys are back in your mystery machine, and you've got Helix Labs as your next destination. It looks like they ordered some blood tests at the high school. You've got a list of students and dates of birth of the subjects, and you have a V Chang that's highlighted with a star next to it. Let me guess, you want to go to Helix Labs?
So there was 2 V Changs, right?
There are 2 V Changs.
What are their birth dates?
Oh, good question. Hey, people in the chat, what are their birth dates? If we have real people, I know we have one real person. I know we got Oak in here. What is the birth date? These are for teenage kids, but I don't know, 16, 18. Give us a date of birth.
Modern year, by the way, folks.
Modern year. It's present day. Are our real people still here?
Remember, it's a delay.
Oh, I always forget about the delay. Boom. 10/19/2001. Thank you, Oak. 10/19 2001 listed next to both of them.
Oh, twins, huh?
Yeah.
Yes. From what you can assume.
Okay. We get to the Helix place.
Yeah, so you guys go ahead and you punch Helix Labs into the Google machines. And you get an address. It's in a really rough, run-down industrial part of Chicago. It won't take you too long to get there. Brock knows his way around. This is what he does. He's a driver and a bully. So he can get you there. So you guys make your way out of downtown. You guys make your way to the industrial
What's our
area.
medical lab in this area of town?
Oh, that's
They give Brock a candy bar too.
You guys, you give Brock a candy bar.
100 grand.
You're not yourself. Have a Snickers. No. No, those ads. No. Okay. So you guys make your way to the industrial area, and it's like really rough. Like you're like, what? Exactly what you said. Why is there like a medical place here? Like, what are they doing in this area? It's all like boarded up. There's like spray paint everywhere. There's like, you go down the odd road, and there's people with literally a garbage can, and they have a fire in there, and they're standing around keeping themselves warm as the weather's changing. So this is a really, really rough part of town. You guys.
All right, so Wig is gonna when he starts seeing like people standing around like with fire trash cans, like he's gonna start having flashbacks to World War II.
Okay.
And, like, during the Blitz.
Okay.
So we'll just go ahead and do that.
So what does that look like?
He just starts to get really nervous, and all of those, he kind of starts to get emotionally overwhelmed because of all of those emotions running.
The people in the car notice this, or you kind of keeping chill?
You just notice that he's getting really quiet, and you do kind of feel a sense of dread, kind of.
Would a conversation calm you down, or would anything calm you down in this state, you feel?
I don't know. It depends on the conversation you have with me, I guess. But
all right, so John will start a conversation with you about the difference between snow shovels and digging shovels.
Mm-hmm. I'm not very talkative. I'm not very talkative at this moment.
He's kind of breaking down right now at this moment.
Yeah.
For a guy who doesn't show much emotion.
John is going to continuously talk until you respond back to him. He's kind of like that. He's a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just going to be like, so, and he kind of will probably understand the stress that you're going through. Not personally, but he's probably seen it before, and students and whatnot, right? So you're like, hey, there's this thing, and he'll just keep on bringing up new topics as they come. Like, what piece of cinema are you the most fond of?
You're trying to talk him down, talk him out of it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, like, as he's kind of asking questions, like, I slowly start to talk a little bit more, and I'll bring up like shows that were on during the war, and even
like MASH.
Yeah.
No, during the World War II, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like vaudevillian shows.
Yes.
Oh man, how old are you? Damn.
Yes, that's exactly right. How old am I? I'm ancient. So.
Okay, so you would probably be
like MASH. I love it.
Wrights brothers, or not Wrights brothers? Which
brothers? The Marx brothers. Laurel and
Marx.
Hardy, the Marx brothers, the Three Stooges. Sure, all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, John will probably have known the Marx brothers and the Three Stooges, and he'll start going through
Charlie
that
Chaplin.
kind of trivia with you.
Mm-hmm.
Those are all vaudeville acts.
Yeah. So I bring it up, and it does kind of calm me down.
Damn, you're old though.
Yes.
He wasn't kidding when he made an old man.
Yeah.
I thought old meant 60, not 80, 90.
No, I'm saying 80.
He's ancient.
Yeah, like 80, 88, maybe pushing 90.
He's a WW2 vet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, speaking of age, those two characters, or the people that drew blood or whatever, are both almost 17. If you wanted to know.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for the quick math. I appreciate it. Almost 17. All right, on the edge of 17. So you guys are...
I would say that I'm calmed down, but I'm still a bit edgy.
Yeah, you're still on edge. Okay, no. So Wig is visibly shaken. He's agitated, and you guys don't normally see him like this because usually he's just like a rock, right? You're not fazed by much. So to see him, what are you kind of like rocking and just trying to Calm yourself
Except for
down.
the complaining constantly.
Oh, that's what old people
It's
do.
kind of like me breaking the law, you know? I know the feels.
So you guys drive around for a little bit, and the address, oh, I should share it with you instead of just my screen, takes you to this. Seems to be an
Whoa.
abandoned
Ooh.
building.
That's a lab?
Wow.
This is what's marked as Helix Labs.
It's like my motto, apathy.
They're probably handing out AIDS medication and condoms.
Helix Labs.
That's what I'm thinking.
I think they're just handing out AIDS. I don't think they're handing out
Don't touch anything.
I'm not judging. I'm just saying, like, I see a place like that.
I told you
labeled as
this was a
medical
very rough-
facility.
Yeah, this is a very
about the
rough
tracks?
industrial area.
Yeah, tracks mean a different thing in this area too.
Yes.
Or they hired the wrong exterior decorator. Are
Okay.
those railroad tracks?
They
Or
are
is that
railroad
like
tracks next to the
okay.
building.
Well, that makes sense now.
So, do we see any cars or anything parked out here? Does it look like there's even any living creature there?
Yeah, you guys like circle. You get out of Brock's car. You circle the building. There's no vehicles parked outside here. There's no, there's like vagrants and stuff wandering the area. But that's all you can really see.
Does there appear to be like a marked entrance for this place, like marked with the name of the company?
Why don't you go ahead and investigate for me? But your
John
weakness,
is thoroughly convinced that you guys have the wrong location.
your weakness tag is going to be invoked on this because you're still kind of feeling
Okay.
feeling it.
So my weakness tag, my love haunts my memory.
Yeah,
sort of thing?
yeah.
Okay. So I don't think that I would.
Oh, we got a whole bunch more people in here. Welcome, real people and bots.
All right.
Hey,
I still got a mild success.
mild success. So you get to choose one of the below. So you're looking for signs. So you know what? It's not. You're going around and you don't see like a sign or signage or anything or any sorts of evidence that this is Helix Labs. But you do notice on one of the doors that it looks like it has been opened recently, and the spray paint, you look a little closer and the spray paint on the door, it looks like it's actually like a sticker that someone's applied to blend in with the rest of the building and the facade.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
like
a
fake. It's
sticker?
like fake spray paint on one of the doors.
It's a Banksy artwork.
Yeah,
Wow, they couldn't just
So it's
summon
been
a bunch
applied.
of the local
Applied.
juveniles to vandalize the side of their building. They actually had to buy a sticker. That's
here's
bad.
some beer. Go spray paint our building for us.
Exactly.
Well, you don't know what's at play here, John. You don't know what's at play.
So I just kind of point that out to the group and say, this looks kind of suspicious. I'm not an expert on typical graffiti, but I don't think youngsters apply graffiti with stickers.
No, they do not. They love to apply it with spray paint. The more permanent, the better, because troll.
Because troll, yeah.
I don't
Right?
even know what that means, but
I don't
whatever.
know either. So, you've got a door that seems to be
There's lots of doors in City
fake.
of Mist.
Fake. Yeah, there's tons of doors and locks. Fake spray paint. Do you want to go ahead and try that door?
I'm still a little distracted, so
Yeah.
I'm kind of.
If you ask
Get
one of
her-
us
I
to
kind
do
of
it,
want to have Brock kick the door down.
Brock? Yeah, okay, so you go over to the car, like, hey, Brock, take care of this door for us. He's like, he just kind of runs his hand over his face, lets out a spit, puts his toothpick back in his in between his teeth, gets out, cracks his knuckles, does a little stretch, and yeah, he's gonna walk over the door and he'll try and kick it in for you. Let me make a roll on behalf of Nick here as his character who hasn't been able to join us yet. What is
His one and only rule.
He's been in the car for 3 days
Yeah, he's just
straight.
been
His
sitting in the
ass
car.
hurts.
Let's see. All right, he's got nightclub bouncer. We're gonna invoke that. Looking for a fight? Yeah. Oh yeah, he's mean mugging.
I'm just getting sick of this trail that just keeps going from one spot to another, and it's all shady.
Does
It's
it really have
all-
a power tag called Winter is Coming? Are
Yeah,
you
he does.
serious?
Yeah, he does. Are you watching on? Are you watching on Twitch? You saw that?
Yeah,
Where is it?
How did
that is hilarious.
my question is, how did this all fit on one page?
The screen?
No, one page. Adventure.
Palpable greed.
Oh, it's. I'll show you.
Does he want
It's
something?
tiny. All right, he's gonna hit it with all he's got. Boom! So he leans back and boom, puts his foot right into the door and it slams open. You see the lock just kind of splinter and there's like dust that flies and he just kind of rolls his shoulders and looks back at you and he goes, "All right, I'm done." And he goes back to the car and sits back down and slams the door and turns
Thanks,
up his
man.
classic rock and
Eats
you
his
know where to
candy
find
bar.
me. Yeah, he's listening to his REO Speedwagon. You know where to find me. Sticks. All right, so the door opens up, and it's a big, massive warehouse, seemingly empty, except for in the middle of the warehouse, there's like this weird contraption. It's like a seat, and there's wires and all kinds of things coming off of it. There's lights shining on towards it, and some of the wires lead off to a computer terminal, and it looks like some experiments were taking place here in this abandoned warehouse.
Noticed a lot of this place takes place indoors.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
isn't
for a guy
right.
whose powers revolve around being outside, you're like, why does everything have to have a roof?
All
Just
right,
blow the
you
roof off.
youngsters who can tappity tap on those computer thingers, why don't you go over here and we'll figure this out.
And
Yeah.
now we know exactly how old you are. Holy crap. Finally understand the whole strife you had this entire time.
Yeah,
I thought you meant Vietnam vet. You know?
No.
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 Oh no.
World War II vet? Holy crap.
WW2. How old were you when were you young? Were you too young? Did you have to sneak in?
Yeah, I was probably like 16.
Yeah. Like, hey, they would have rejected me, so I had to fake my ID.
He was
and I went and
6.
fought overseas.
Well, actually, I think my original concept was that I was actually originally English, and that since I was just in the defense crew
Yeah.
early in the war, and yeah, so then I kind of grew up in the army.
And you didn't feel like putting on the accent. Come on.
No, I've been in America too long.
He lost his accent years ago.
Mhm.
All right, so yeah, there's this chair there. You guys get closer, and it looks like the handles on the chair, they're all like torn and scuffed. It looks like whoever's been in there or who was subject to this thing, it caused them like torture, and it was uncomfortable. There's even some like dried blood on the chair. You want to go over to the
Says right.
computer, and do you want to make an investigation roll to see if you can get some information, glean some information from what really happened here?
You want Eleanor to do it or Lindsay to do it?
Eleanor's probably better at it than I am.
Eleanor was here. Was
I'll do it.
Unmute Eleanor. There we go. Eleanor is gonna go ahead. What tags can we invoke for Eleanor on this investigation? She does work for a detective agency.
So, online investigation tag.
Yes.
I don't think anything else applies. That's the thing.
Okay.
And if it's painful to talk, feel free to talk inside the Roll20 chat.
All right, Eleanor, make me that roll. Let's get into this computer. Hey, great success. Okay, so you get into the computer. Eleanor turns it on, clicks some buttons. She finds a directory that's labeled, funny enough, Mary Shelley High. So you go into there, you go through the files, and they're named after all of the students. And you get down to the two V Changs. You click on the first one, and a video starts to play, and you see this boy strapped into the chair, and there's men in white coats, and they're all around. They're holding clipboards, and they there's no sound on it, but you can tell one of them initiates another one to turn on the machine, and when it does so, you see this thing come to life. It lights up, and the boy just starts shaking violently, and blood starts to dripping out of his eyes and out of his ears and out of all of his orifices, and they continue, and they keep pushing and pushing and pushing till finally his chest explodes, and the video cuts, and it goes all grainy.
And you probably won't get any more footage from that thing because John Steele does not like what he saw, and he cannot keep composure.
So John Steele starts throwing up violently.
Probably lightning bolts rather than vomit. He's pissed off.
It's like Highlander.
At what he sees.
It's like quickening is happening in here. Now, to remind you, there's another V Chang folder to click on.
The rage.
Do you click on
all the light bulbs and windows, if there are any, are now busted?
Yeah. There's light bulbs that are still in the fixtures, hanging on. They just start bursting inside the building as your electricity starts to arc out of you and connect.
I'm going to go outside,
make its way around,
and vent some anger. Let me know what you see before I break everything else.
So, Eleanor, you click on the other V Chang, and you see a girl this time, and she looks very similar to the other one. This one's labeled Veronica Chang. The other one is Victor Chang. This one's Veronica Chang, and they did the same thing. They have her in the chair, and they turn it on and everything. And again, she starts to shake violently, and blood starts to drip out. But she starts to resist it, where her brother failed, and this glowing energy envelops her, and her eyes start to glow, and she opens her mouth, and light pours out, and you see the men in the white lab coats all gather around, and they're motioning, turn off the machine, and they're kind of like happy and cheering, and there's clapping, and then the video cuts out.
Do we recognize her from any of the club things that we went to in the garbage?
So neither of these kids were present at the junkyard or the coffee shop. Because you rolled a great success, also, Eleanor, you scroll through the files in the folder, and you see that these experiments were ordered by Massive Dynamic. And Helix Labs is just a subsidiary.
Dun dun dun. So John Steele has the friend in Massive Dynamic?
Yes. Yes. There's a thunderstorm going on outside. Just to make note, I've got a message here from John. There's a full-on thunderstorm. It was a clear night. It was chilly. It was a little cold, but there was no rain or anything in the weather report. There is now a full-on thunderstorm taking place outside, and you can only assume it is thanks to your comrade who's outside freaking out.
I try to make sure that. Oh, you guys, he's outside. I'm going to talk to Lindsay and say, I just found out that Massive Dynamic is responsible for this. If we let John see this, he's going to wreck the whole city.
Well, maybe his friend's not involved.
And keep in
Hopefully
mind, as players, I did burn that tag, by the way. I cannot invoke it until it's restored.
So the whole point of this was we were supposed to do this investigation and help a mom with her kid.
Yeah,
Mhm. And it just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
just kept snowballing
So
And then
still-
they started exploding children.
like a
so
classic film noir.
is this kid's name on any of this?
Oh, that
Emily?
Emily?
Yeah.
Yeah, Emily Craig's name is not on here. You go through the files, and when you click on a file, it's a similar thing. You see a kid strapped in, and from all the ones you're watching, it looks like Veronica was the only, I don't know if you want to call it successful one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to think that Emily doesn't exist.
Even though her mom was, oh, you're saying her mom was a front.
Well, we've never actually, every place we go, she's like not there. So
She wasn't at the big meet and greet. She wasn't at the coffee place. She's not listed here.
She was listed on the blood taken from
She
high
was
school.
listed on the, yeah.
Hmm.
She was on the,
Oh, so
you
she
have
only
that
exists
file
on
you.
paper.
You do have a picture of
Okay.
her too. Remember, you were given a picture of her. I don't know whether that was real or not.
Photoshop, totally.
Totes my goats.
stock photo.
So I guess I'm confused as to how to bring it to a resolution. Is this the resolution? We found out that this company's that's shady is really shady.
The shady company
No.
is shady.
So you now got. You remember the name Vector was brought up
Mhm.
before at the junkyard. So you now have a good idea of who Vector is. And recruiting these kids.
Okay. Do we know where Vector is recruiting them, where he's stationed at? Do we have a guess on that?
You don't. But there was.
There's a
Go ahead.
ahead.
No, go ahead.
Nope.
I
Nope,
want
nope.
to know where you're going with it.
I can talk to the dead, so apparently I got lots of kids to talk to.
Well, if we do remember from last time, Eleanor was supposed to be contacted by the recruitment girl. What was her name? Dakota. To meet up later to finish the initiation. Right?
Hmm.
That's true. I forgot about that one.
So Eleanor is waiting to hear back on her phone to meet up with them.
And we should just hang out here and have snacks.
Just hang out with the homeless. Invite them in. Come on in out of the storm. We have peanut butter cups.
We should probably let John in, and we'll go ahead and let him destroy everything in here.
Yeah.
John is perfectly not okay at the moment. Probably don't want him anywhere near anything. Probably.
Well, we want him to destroy this stuff. I don't want any
Oh.
more kids to be blown up.
Oh, then by all means invite him in, but you should probably wear a rubber suit.
Oh, I'm not going to be in here when you do it.
Oh, so you guys like walk out and be like, hey, why don't you go in there and have fun?
Yeah. So Eleanor, you check your phone. You remember that you had given a number, and you've received a text from Dakota with an address where to meet you. Why don't people who are watching, if we still have real people, why don't you give us the address that was texted to Eleanor on where they need to go?
I'll count to 40, Matt.
Just wait. Oak's still in here. There's some other names in here I don't recognize. We could have real people. Scaring away the bots and getting real people. I want to do more of this with Zweihander too. All right.
There we go.
13 Bleak Drive. Thank you, Oak. For those of you who don't know, that's Oak who plays our little fat highway scoundrel from Zweihander. Wes.
Why don't we have him join us in
Yeah.
Discord?
He's not in our channel, but I don't. He could. He could. He could. I don't know why not. So 1313 Bleak Drive. I like it. You get a text from Dakota. Meet me here. We'll finish the initiation. The Master's here.
I'll consult with
Eager for more.
my group of people and say that if I go for this initiation, I'm gonna have to resist it somehow. Do you guys have any ideas? If I don't have ideas, things might go bad. I'll just say.
Well, we could just go there and then find the master, and then when the master shows up, like, I could just take out my cold again and have fun. Cause some excitement.
That's too good for him. He's outside. He's mine.
17-year-old kid.
We don't know
the
that
master.
We don't know the master is.
Oh
17.
yeah. No, it's true.
I don't care.
If it's a 17-year-old kid doing the thing, there might be a bit of an issue with John trying to do it, but I don't know. What's Wig's moral compass?
Right. Yeah. I don't really have one once the ROI takes over, so
That's fair. You're mostly bad people. Are bad things your mythi?
Most of our logos are actually good people, though, so it's a constant
Except for
battle.
Brock. Brock's the only one who's kind of a shifty character.
Brock is more neutral than anything else. Yeah, he's kind of shady, but he does rock the fence. He doesn't want the world to end. That's for sure.
I guess I just don't think that, Eleanor, you have to be completely initiated. You know, all we're really kind of trying to do is just get to the bottom of who's leading this, right?
I'm just kind of
ID the master. Period.
Right? Like, this girl shows up, and then we jump out and be like, take us to Vector.
Exactly. And these are enlightened 17-year-old know what consent is. I changed my mind. And then if they don't, well, then we have
We can show them the video.
Yeah, we have a moral excuse of how to better behave.
You did have one of those videos, right?
Mm-hmm. Sure. Why not? Someone's going to have to roll to change the game, but you guys can do that.
It would have to be anybody that interacted with the computer before John got to it.
I did not, because I'm 88 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So did Eleanor make a copy of a video, or you guys going in there without any hard evidence?
Sure. I'll try that. Keep on my investigation.
Change the game.
Click.
Change the game? What are you changing? What do you want to change? Now you're successful. Shit. What are you wanting to do? Burn a tag, create a tag.
Just make sure that I created copies. Like I took a flash drive and made copies of evidence to use later.
From Helix Labs.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Because John wrecked that shit, dude.
All right. Guess you could have just phoned it, put a copy on your phone, videotaped it using your phone of the videotape.
Yep. We got Helix Labs copies and backups. That'll do it. It's an ongoing tag. Okay. Yeah, so you've got this address, 1313 Bleak Drive.
And does Oak have our Discord, Matt?
No, Oak doesn't have our Discord.
Oh.
He'll, where is he?
All right. Brock gonna drive us?
Yeah, Brock drives you guys there. And
You guys want to do a little reconnaissance on Google Map before we get there?
Sure.
Is it a building? Do we kind of know? Can we figure out what we're going to look at before we get there?
It's yeah, you guys Google Map it. I can't figure out how to do an invite on here.
I like how Aaron, the player, is coming up with this when his character's like, no, I wouldn't come up with that in a million years.
We spry it.
Old man. Yeah, the old man. How come he's the one who's doing all this investigative work? There we go.
He's our infiltrator. And then we have Eleanor, which is our sleuther. And then you have me, the nuker.
Sleuther. Not sleuth. You're a sleuther.
Select Sluther.
I'm the absent-minded brains of this operation.
All right, so you guys do some reconnaissance. Yeah, you Google search this house and you see it's a house. It's a bungalow in a residential area.
Interesting.
But it is also in a pretty rough area, like everything else in this game. Yeah, the houses aren't that great. It looks a little derelict in the picture. Looks.
It's a crack house.
Do you have a picture?
A little. I do. A little neglected.
What's the street view?
What's the street view?
There you go.
So imagine that picture just raining.
Yeah, look at that. So that's the house. That's what you see from Google Street View. 1313 Bleak Drive. It sure looks bleak, doesn't it?
But there's a light on.
Yeah, when that picture was taken, you look at the date and it was 2014. It was the last time a Google Street camera came around.
Okay.
How do you want to prep for this?
Oh, I think we just roll up.
All right, you're just going to do it? All right, so yeah, you guys drive there and Brock gets you there. It's now, you know what, it's now just after midnight. It's about 12:15. You guys roll up and Brock rolls up and he kind of parks a little ways from the house, and you guys try to scope out the scene from the car, and you can see a couple of bodies, some silhouettes moving on the inside, and you can also see some people on the outside. You see looks like it might be some Infection Club members milling around.
Are the street lights all working, or?
Yes, the street lights are working. You know, the odd one just kind of flickers every once in a while, but there is light coming down from them.
Okay. Since I don't really like Eleanor, I say, all right, chick, it's your turn. Why don't you hop out there?
Wow.
We'll get it done.
Yeah, go send her in to seduce the high school kids.
Hey, that already happened once.
She does
Let's not do it again.
She does have detective skills. Oh no, you're still dressed like one of them, Eleanor, and they think you're one of them.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the whole point, right?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with the players here. The players are ahead of me. All right, yeah. You just want to go in there? You want to go in there solo, Eleanor?
See, this is what I was afraid of. If I go in there solo, you guys have to have my back.
Lindsay's still dressed up like one of them too, and he didn't ditch his disguise, right?
I'm so old that I can act dead and go incorporeal and float around.
Right.
So, Eleanor, I give you two things. First is an umbrella. Second is my assurance that if you can lure them outside and they are of the age of 18 or older, they are dead.
Let's put some tags up here.
I'll kindly thank you for the umbrella. And wish me luck. I'll head in.
You too, Lindsay.
Lindsay going also? Or are you sticking back?
Oh, would I go in as well, or just?
Well, you're still incognito, aren't you? You're still dressed like a goth kid as well, I thought.
I guess so.
You never ditched your...
I hand you a spare umbrella too.
Your disguise. Your eyeliner's starting to run from the rain, but otherwise you're keeping up the facade of being a goth kid.
Sure, I'll go in too, I suppose.
Yeah. So, Eleanor, you walk up to the house and there's two Infection Club members standing outside, and you get closer, and as you get closer, you notice their eyes are glowing and lifeless, like the ones that you saw that were subject to the ritual. And it's two boys, and holds out his hand. He's, why are you here? Actually, they speak in unison. They speak in unison. Why are you here?
What's her name? Dakota. I'll say that Dakota texted me.
Oh, Dakota invited you. We've been waiting for you. They're all saying all of this in unison.
I am the Keymaster. Are you the gatekeeper?
Creepy.
Yeah. What's his name? I'm Vince Lorthos, the Keymaster. Yeah, so they turn around, they open the door, and you see this house, and it's unkept. There's like old furniture and scraps and bits lying around, but it opens up into a living room, and there's offshoot rooms off this living room, but it's a small house. There's not much to it, and as you enter, you go in, and you see there's about 30 of these kids standing in there, and they're all on side to side, on either side of you. They've almost made like a corridor of bodies, and they're all looking at you with glowing eyes. And straight down the corridor of people, down the middle, is the girl that you recognize from the video, Victoria Chang. And she's sitting there on this like makeshift throne. And she's just glowing with energy. And she goes, step forward and take part in the ritual. And as she says this, all the mouths of all the kids on either side of you say it as well. So it's all just ringing out in unison all around you. So when she speaks, they speak.
Are we gonna make the assumption that she's the master?
Nope. Yeah, you could probably make that assumption.
Yeah. That might be a good assumption.
And Lindsay's like, no, I'm not going forward.
So the two kids that were standing outside the door are now standing behind you.
Of course they are.
How do you two keep getting yourselves in these messes?
So Wig is, as they kind of move forward and I see the kids go inside, like I'm going to sneak around the back. Incorporeal and like look through the window, doing the exact same strategy that I had last time.
Yeah, you sneak around a side window and you see what I described, these kids lining either side of the living room, and it's like 15 on each side, and you see this the girl from the video. You saw the video. John didn't. He was she's sitting there on this makeshift throne, and when she speaks, all of the mouths of all the kids speak, and her voice is coming through their mouths. And you see your two teammates, your comrades, are now kind of sandwiched in there and being beckoned forward. And as time is slowly passing, the group is closing in around you and kind of forcing you forward. You're having to step forward a little bit at a time.
Oh, I'm not letting that happen.
As these kids start closing in around you.
Oh, I'm not letting that happen at all.
No?
I'm going to use my powers to have shadows grab the two guys behind us so we can turn and run.
All right.
Whoa. Shadows being invoked.
Yes. Here we go.
I was going to go toe-to-toe against the girl with the glowing eyes.
I think you're outnumbered.
With my demon powers.
Not with
I was
Wig.
going to kind of show who's boss in these parts.
Ah. So you're doing Entangling Shadows. You need complete darkness, though. No, weakness darkness.
My weakness is complete darkness.
Oh, yeah, no, there's light. She's like spewing light from her even. Okay. I'm just seeing if there's anything else that would help you. So yeah, go ahead and roll your Entangling Shadows. This is for the two behind you.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt, could you give Oak a thing? The link to the PDF?
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead,
Is
Stig.
this face the danger? Going toe to toe?
No, this is go toe to toe. That or
Face the
hit them
danger's kind of
hit with all you got. It's
Yeah,
gonna
hit
be
with
one of
all
the two. Hit them with what you got.
Probably more juicy outcomes that way.
Yeah, hit them with all you got.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, I don't know why mine's showing.
Yeah, yours looks different. But I think that means I get something. I get a soft MC move.
Why do we have a rest roll? That's the question.
I had actually clicked off the descriptions.
Oh. All right, so I get to do something here.
MC moves. Oh no.
Kill them. So, since I can speak to the dead, do I get the sense that these folks are dead?
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll that ability to see if you can sense that they're dead. Lindsay, all I'm gonna do is the door slams and they're staying behind you. You weren't able to stop them. So the door was open. I'm complicating things, and the door is now closed. You're cut off and inside this house.
Alrighty then.
Are there windows?
There are
30
windows.
zombies.
You want to see if they're undead, right? Yeah, you go ahead and sense. And they're not dead. They seem to be they're being controlled. They're being manipulated, but they're not dead.
Okay.
Come on, guys, give me a reason to do something. Come on.
So I see the door slam. Is that
Yes.
correct?
Yeah, you see it through the window. You see what happens. You see where Lindsay is concentrating, and you can tell he's trying to do something, but it doesn't take place. And these two kids come in, slam the door behind them, and they're now starting to slowly squeeze and constrict them towards Veronica.
Come on, Wig, tell me to act. Tell me to act. Player to player.
You should. You should do
I
something.
should?
Yeah. Because if not, I'm going to make it all dark and do my spooky incorporeal thing again.
Hate it
And
when he
probably-
does that.
All right, so what I notice as John Steele will probably see the door slam and this weird bullshit happen. I'm going to scare just like you would, Wig, but with a lot flashier result. Probably.
Lightning.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're on the front
I'm
street,
aiming
or are you
for
with
the windows.
Are you with
I'm
Wig?
not
Are you in the
aiming
front
for any-
street? Whereabouts are you?
Well, I picture us like outside the car, right? We're across the street, outside of, straight on view, but
Yep.
we can clearly see the house.
Yeah.
I notice all the windows there, and I want them to shatter.
Yeah.
I want whoever is in there, because I don't know that they're zombies. I want all of those children to be afraid.
You realize
So I'm
I'm
going
looking
to-
through the window, right?
You're like right at the window.
Yeah, he's at the window. He is.
Oh.
It's gonna shatter inwards from the
Peeking
force of the.
Well, okay, here's what I could do. I could go incorporeal. You see me disappear, which then lets you know that something's up. How's that?
Okay, I'm trying to picture this scenario where I see an old man
Mm-hmm.
in front of the
Staring.
window, kind of having his eyes or his hands covering his eyes as he pokes the window. And then all of a sudden, I probably see a gesture from you.
Well, you just see me go incorporeal, and so you see me disappear basically, which typically doesn't lead to anything good. And I don't typically do it unless something bad has happened. So that's kind of how I picture it.
All right.
Okay.
So then you can shatter windows because it's not going to kill me.
I mean, it might.
Yeah.
Mild success.
See? You're only mildly going to kill me.
So you can you did as a hit him with all you got, eh? I was gonna say go toe to toe because then you can put a tag on.
I figured I was just trying to.
Because you want to generate a tag, right? Like you're trying to. Let's say that you rolled.
Re-roll or
Yeah, go ahead and roll go toe to toe. Because you can give them a status equal to your power. So you can give them a status equal to 5.
Well, that's, you can with all you got too, right? You get the target and appropriate status of your choice to your power equals 5.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. That's true. He rolled even better, so he should be happy. Went from a success to a great success, a mild success to a great success, but you only got a power of 4 on this one.
Now the windows really do explode.
I forgot to create some thunderstorm because I clicked off all my tags.
Achieve your goal. So, what does it look like? Go ahead and describe it. Why am I going to describe it? This is your moment.
So it's already thunderstorming because my angry butt decided to go all ragey before. So it's kind of easier to do this, even in my current state of being emotionally disturbed, is to hit the window, and I'm just kind of, with my hands, I kind of gesture at it in a very angrily aggressive fashion.
Right.
It's just like, kaboom! And then the thunder shatters the windows.
And the car alarms are going off. It's that loud, right?
Oh yeah, it's
booms and shatters.
Immensely obnoxious. Yeah,
car alarms are going off. Birds are flying away out of trees. This takes place.
Oh, and it's deafening probably to those inside as well.
So what's the status you want to give them?
Brock starts.
Everybody. Probably
so you can give
startling
them
noise.
Stunned, deafened.
Let's go with deafened.
You want them to
because
lose
that sounds like what would happen.
You want them to be momentarily deaf? Maybe they ringing in their ears. Is that all they hear? Like what do we want to call this status? You're giving them a power 4 status, and this is going to affect them.
Tinnitus. It's tinnitus, right? Where is it? Where your ears are ringing constantly and you can't concentrate. It's that obnoxious noise you hear in video games when an explosion goes off. Their vision is obscured because...
Yeah, remember, I don't know how to spell. So,
the flash. So a lot of things happen with it's the equivalent of a flashbang grenade.
Ringing in ears for your DM who can't spell. At a power level, what was it, 5? 4.
Oh, are you counting the other one or this one?
No,
I'm counting
power level 4. So the windows smash out. Everybody who's watching, Wig and Lindsay and John and Eleanor, you're in there. All of a sudden, all the kids, all their hands go up to their ears, and they all let out a scream. And again, Veronica is doing this as well. So again, they're mimicking what she's doing. So she's holding her ears and letting out a scream from this deafening boom that just took place and shattered out all the windows. And so they're all withering and wheeling back and forth, holding their ears. Who wants to act next?
I do.
Okay.
I think Eleanor wants to take this opportunity to also go toe to toe with was Victoria?
Yeah, Victoria. I think I've called her both tonight. So we'll go with Victoria.
I think Dakota was one of the words that you used.
Oh, no. Dakota was the recruiter, but this Vector is Veronica. I think I've called her Victoria also. Let's call her Vector. Vector is sitting there controlling these kids.
So I want to like full on go into sort of my demon, and I want to burn the tag, the demon within, to do it. And I am going to kind of show her who's real boss of this town, and show her that she's meddling with things that she shouldn't be meddling with.
Right.
To hopefully scare the innocent kids out and like release her control of them. But
yeah. Okay.
So for any of the other players that have seen me go demon, this is the time.
Okay, go ahead and roll. I'm just going to burn a tag to make sure that we do it properly. I'm just looking it up in the book here. Because we haven't really used it in a situation like this, because it gives you a guaranteed roll of a certain number. Burning for a hit. So you automatically get a 7 when you burn a tag. Automatically gain the power of 3. Furthermore, instead of rolling the dice, treat the move as if you rolled a total of 7. Therefore, an unmodified move with a tag burnt for a hit always achieves its final score. 3 plus 7 equals 10. So, how many... Yeah, so it's a 10 automatically.
Okay, so I don't have to roll anything?
Yeah,
then?
So the only way it wouldn't succeed is if I invoke some tags. So, mean old me here. You're in that house also, and your ears are ringing. All of the 2 of your ears are ringing. You're in there when the boom went off. So you're also a little distracted. You've got a -4 because of the distraction ringing in the ears.
Okay.
And how many powers did you invoke? You burned a power, and how many did you invoke?
So I'm going to use... so I burned the demon within.
Yeah,
and
so that gives you the automatic 10.
Then I'm going to do create hallucinations to feed desires.
Okay.
Mental suggestion and manipulate others to sort of...
So you're at a 9, right? Because I'm giving you a -4, and you've used 3 powers.
Yeah.
So you're at a 9. Which is still a success.
Right. And I'm going to say, you're meddling with things you shouldn't, child. This is my city, and I don't like little children. Go home to your safe beds before it's too late.
That's hit him with all you got, huh?
Well, or either hit him with all I got, or go toe-to-toe.
Okay, and what are you trying to invoke? Are you trying to put a status on Vector?
I'm trying to interrupt her control of them and then scare them enough that they flee, mainly to reduce collateral damage.
Okay. Yeah, so what does this look like? What does this look like when you say this to her? Your voice booms, it gets all like evil sounding, and what is it?
So when I sort of like burn the tag for the demon within, I was envisioning almost like a phantom vision of Asmodeus appears over top of me, and sort of like wraps me in his like wings.
Yep.
As I'm speaking kind of like in a harsher tone. Sometimes like you can see phantom visions of like horns on Eleanor, or hooves or claws, stuff like that.
Okay. And then what was the status you were giving her? Or, like, what are you trying
So,
to do to her? Because it's
I
all
guess
about statuses,
interrupting-
right? Because you're trying to give them statuses, and that's how you hurt people.
So I want to, I guess, interrupt her mind control, like use
Mhm.
that to I guess the main thing is I want to scare the people there enough to break the control on them so that they run away. Like their fear is greater than their lack of resistance against her.
Okay. Okay. So, how do we put this?
Fear is mightier than the master.
So they fear you?
Yeah, I want them to fear me to scare them. I'm just trying to like scare them away so that other people can go full tilt without worrying about innocent bystanders.
Gotcha.
Innocent.
Yeah, so definitely between the two of you, between the ringing in the ears and the fear is mightier than the master, you see her, she's trembling now, Vector, and she's holding her ears, and she's trying to keep her composure, and with that, she breaks the spell, or the control she has over these kids, and they all drop to the ground. Their eyes are no longer lit up, and they drop to the ground. They're exhausted, and they're all lying down, and they're still withering in pain, holding their ears from the thunder boom that took place. But they don't appear to be under Vector's control any longer.
So at that point, I would kind of make the room dark and create a bunch of fear in them to get them to run.
Okay.
So it's nighttime, so I draw power on that.
Yeah.
I can take an area and make it dark.
Mm-hmm.
I go corporeal, and I can make my areas consumed by that and that.
Okay.
That's about it. So, and then am I doing toe to toe, or
What are you trying to do to her?
I'm not trying to do anything to her. I'm trying to. So she broke the spell.
Yeah.
I'm trying to terrify the kids to make them run away.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Convince would be one thing.
Yeah. Convince.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so you are very successful. So what does that look like? What is this mist and this booming voice?
The kid, or the whole, the spell's broken. The kids fall down to the floor. At that time, then the room goes dark. A sense of dread comes over the whole room itself. Me and my super creepy barrel right voice says, is saying like bad things, like flee for your life now, and just trying to say anything to incite fear in the kids to get them to run away.
Yeah, so they like start like withering around, and they're looking around, and you hear like screams, and like people are just terrified, and they push Eleanor and Lindsay. They push you out of the way of the door, and they just start like just funneling out the front door and running in every direction, scattering. So you're left in the house with Vector, who's still holding her ears, and is quite afraid, quite scared of what's going on, what you've done to her. And Wig walks over and pistol whips her and knocks her out. No. So yeah, she's somewhat subdued right now. What did you want to do? How do you want to finish this?
Well, I know Eleanor, so I've seen the video, so I know that somebody made her. So I guess you want to know who made her. So I might kind of like step towards her soothingly now that she's like kind of like sufficiently frightened.
Mm-hmm.
I'll turn on the sort of like the charm in a way.
Okay.
And try to get her, kind of like take her under my wing and get her to tell me who's in control of her.
Sure.
So I guess, is that would be convinced?
Yeah, let's go ahead and convince her. Use your powers to convince her to trust you.
Right.
And let's convince or investigate, because you're also trying to generate clues technically. But yeah, let's convince.
Right.
Great success. All right, so she looks at, she's holding her ears and she looks up at you and she's trembling. She goes, I don't know why they did something to me. They did an experiment, and then I just remember waking up at the high school and needing to feed on others.
I'll say, I know the feeling of feeding. I need to feed too. It's okay. You can tell me.
She goes, I'm always hungry. Please help. What did they do to me?
I can help. I can help with that. If you just tell me what's causing it and who's causing it, together we can help stop your cravings.
I don't know. The men in the coats, they killed my brother, and they did this to me.
Then for Victor, tell me anything you know.
I don't know. I don't know what they want with us and why they were conducting the experiments. She seems genuinely like she has no idea. She's like a pawn.
Is she? Are they still using her? Did they instruct her to do this?
She says, "No. I use my powers against them, and I think they were afraid of me, so they just dumped me."
Maybe you can describe the building or anything, any description you can to help us find these people.
All I remember was being in a big empty building, and just a chair in the middle of the building, and some men in lab coats. That's all I remember.
All right. Well, sounds like you got a follower now, Lindsay.
Yeah, you've got another tag girl longer. She goes, "Can you help me, please? Who are you? What are these? You have powers like me."
I'll say my powers are far beyond yours. My powers are nothing like yours. You will follow me. I'll never follow you.
You're flexing your power muscles here. She's still kind of like meek and frightened. She just doesn't understand. Take me back to my home, please. I'm so scared.
I will, but me and my friends are watching you.
Okay. Please don't hurt me like those men that did this to me.
Okay.
All right. So Vector has been stopped. She was a victim of Helix Labs, which in turn is a subsidiary or a dummy corporation for Massive Dynamic, as you found out. And they were conducting, you don't know why, but they were conducting these experiments on these kids at the school. So you need to... That's the end of this mission, but there's a bigger mystery to unravel here. And you've got some pieces of the puzzle. You've got Massive Dynamic involved, conducting experiments. You've got this strange woman, this Lynn Gray, who's working for another another organization who claims to be friends of yours. There's a lot more going on here in the city, but that's it for this quest, for this mission. So we're all done with V is for going viral.
There you go. Ta-da.
So we're done with this City of Mist for now, and probably come back to it again in the future. But next week, I think we're playing Dungeons and Dragons, which I'm thinking will be streamed on the channel, if that's okay. It sounds like the DM wants to stream it. And then we'll be playing some Star Wars after that.
Yay.
Everybody wants to play Star Wars.
Cool.
So thank you for the people who tuned in and watched us. Thank you to the players who played and learned the game as we went along. It was fun. And we'll be back next week.